Hey there, this is Jim, and welcome to Jim the Trucker. I got some news for you guys. The thing is, I just found out that I passed the 1,000,000-mile mark. My safety award. I was over at the time like just about 506 miles or something like that. And I had been hauling whatever loads and just kind of keeping rough track. I knew I was close. And it took me, 14 years to do it. But they do have a lot of extra requirements, like safety violations, none, and no freight claims. That's a big one. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So what's pretty wild is to be able to go through that in step deck. Because it's just, I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, flat and step. Just because of that, the difficulty level is just a little higher in some cases. You're still dealing with the same traffic that all the other drivers do. The same thing, we're no different there. But your freight is out in the open. It could do harm to people or kill them. So you have to take care. It's just really amazing to me. I've been shooting for this for a long time. I had 800,000, I think 835,000 at Warner, and I couldn't take it anymore over there. I just couldn't do it. I spent 8.5 years, and I almost got it pretty quickly, but they run you to death, and my health was suffering. I had to get out. So I moved to Landstar after studying them for 2 years. Wish I'd have left sooner, but that's okay. I ended up buying 3 trucks through their truck seller program, and that's fine. I really like my Kenworth. I still have it. We're at 1,000,000. I think it's like 160, 70,000, some around in there. So the truck's doing fine. I've had it 9 years. There's a lot of good things. I'm going to try and see if I can fit in some snapshots of what I've been doing. Right now, I'm hauling some container, empty container, drums or whatever. And the whole thing is that those are so easy, just like any other 20-foot container. And when the container locks are in place, you're loaded in just 1 to 2 minutes. And you can get it all locked down, sign the paperwork, and get out. So I was up in St. Louis, and I moved down to Houston here. It's Christmas week or coming up, But the thing is that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see family, and I apologize, but I'm going to do my best to try and make a little bit of money. I was serving more of the same steam turbine loads and keeping the power on in Virginia and Florida and that kind of thing, just kind of bringing the tools for the guys that do the important work could take care of business. All I was like the parts guy or the tool guy. So that's fine. I didn't mind being a rolling toolbox. That's okay. It didn't bother me. They paid me good. And that's fine. I couldn't find anything out of St. Louis, and I called up, or I saw a load from an old agent friend of mine, and I just had to do it. I had to get out. So you do what you can. So keeping moving. It's a little better than some. I've been stuck in places for a few days, sometimes even a week, and it's been unfortunate. So I wanted to mention I'm taking a new mineral supplement to try and help cure the COVID cough, or the Rona cough, and that's been hanging on for 2 years. So if you look it up, fulvic acid, I go to supremefulvic.com, which is FULVIC. Not sponsored, no affiliation. Don't get a dime, not a single penny. And look at it. I don't know. if you have damages from, like, let's say you got the shots and it was causing you problems, or if you have other stuff that's causing problems for leftover, or even if you don't have any of those other related items, it's pretty darn good. I actually fought the flu off with it and some other things too. Everybody's going to be different. So if you have any conditions, talk to your doctor. Flat out. Show it to them, tell them, take them to the page, let them see it. Let them give you the okie doke. Don't take it from me. I'm not a doctor. So, but I can tell you there's been a lot of good positive things from it. And I sure needed it. I was thinking, man, is this how life's going to be? Things were getting healed. You can heal yourself if you have the right tools. So look up the tools. So, and with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna probably do a little commentary of see what happens if the photos come out. I've been in places where I couldn't take video. I do apologize about that, but I have to take photos as a matter of course from agents. They want to see and verify the freight. So there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm allowed to do that. So if it's not the same as what it used to be, and I apologize, most places they just don't allow a bunch of cameras out anymore. So once I'm tarped, there's no point in me trying to go over everything because you can't see it. I could talk about it all day long, but if you could see the pictures before tarping and the other things, you can get an idea of what I've been dealing with. And I've had a couple that were a little screwy, but it was just, you have to kind of like invent good, safe places for chains, a good, safe places, and neutralizing the load. Just think about neutral, get it to where it's in suspension on the trailer, where there is no pulling either way. It's all working opposite of each other, and it neutralizes. If it all pulls one direction, the load's going to move that way. So you want to make sure it all moves in different directions. So always think about that, and then straps over as many as you feel like you want to do. So I'm going to try and talk about those, and I'm going to do my best to try and help out and give tips and see everybody. And so I'm 22 years out this time. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go. I may end up getting a good second win and decide just to keep rocking and rolling. And I'll be out here a while longer, but we just kind of have to see, So if I see you on the road, I've had people holler at me before, and I was like, oh, where, who? And they come up and meet, and that's great. I like seeing you guys. I think it's fantastic. It kind of gives new meaning to making new online friends and turning them into offline friends. And I like that kind of stuff. That's fine. Everybody will, if you got comments on anything, always chip in. If you disagree, that's okay. You may have another way of doing something. Anything that I talk about, there's more than 1 to 2, 3 ways. There might be 7 ways to tie a load down. By all means, chip in. There's a lot of new people that look for these videos and they read them, and if they hear other opinions, because my way of rolling the strap, I've seen it done at least 4 or 5 different ways. Just because I do it that way doesn't mean it's the only way. So, just have to suit yourself. I roll my tarps a certain way, but everybody's different. You have to suit yourself. So, I hope I pass on good tips. I hope you're happy with them, and if you want to, you can hit a like on the video when you get down to the end, and we appreciate it. Or hit the dislike if you really hated it, or if it just didn't float your boat. So hopefully leave a comment, and if you are a subscriber, then consider it if you want to. So I definitely thank you now. Okay, here what we got is some of the pile driving equipment, and as you can see, one binder up here to a D-ring, and it's on all 4 corners of this unit. Also, the pile driving equipment, they had coiled this hose up on top, so I had to find places to go through
and chain grab, and I had to catch the 4 directions. So trying to feed them through was quite interesting. It was just like a shipping carriage in the rear. It was just a couple of simple straps over the top. But this coil hose was quite heavy. They lifted it with a crane, so you can kind of tell what's going on. A few straps on that. This is the delivery area, and I had to back down to the crane. And as you can see, there's the ships, and it is most certainly on the water. So it was interesting. Actually, it was a closed road. They had everything cordoned off with barrels, and after they unloaded me, I made an overnight delivery. I ran all night, delivered on Saturday. I stayed until I think it was Monday. I guess I got a restart. So I just camped there. I was tired, and I even waited to put all my equipment away, and I was safe and secure. It's closed private property, so that worked well. This was the equipment that we took to the different power company. It was steam turbine equipment. This is just job boxes. They just pulled the pallet away, and we'll get to how it was tarped here in just a minute. But all they did was just lifted these job boxes so they could open the lids and then get inside, get the equipment, and go in and start repairing and getting the plant up and running. That's pretty much all they did. So it worked out really well. So it was real easy. I don't even think the load weighed 2,000 pounds. But as you can see in the next photo, we'll just kind of show you what's going on. It was really super quick. And it doesn't look very good, but it actually, the tarping stayed in place really well. It didn't have anything flapping around too much. You wouldn't think so. But, you know, I did tighten the other side up a little bit with some bungees. And it was as fast and as quick as I could do it. So that's what I needed to do, get it done, get out, and head to Jacksonville. And this very same configuration, they just opened, like I said, the toolboxes at Jacksonville. I was there all day, and I just slept in place, and then I took off and headed for St. Louis. So we'll see you on the road. Thanks for watching.